Commercial delinquency, the CLTC with Monte Mafnas. Lisa's question will be answered now. Monte?
Thank you very much, Lisa. Excellent question. What we need to do at CLTC is master plan and implement the plan of all our inventory. That will be done. I've already contacted regulatory agencies and private planners to assist us in master planning. The second concern of hectares of people utilizing the land must be farmed with a certain requirement. And if you don't comply to the rules and regulations of agricultural planning and farming, we must assist you with UOG, College of Extension Services, and DOA. In the event assistance has not been implemented, then therefore we can take back 1/3 of the property.
Let's go to Fred from Molesso. Fred.
Hello? Hello?
Fred, you're on. You're on.
Hello? 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 Yeah. Jess?
Go ahead.
Hey, boss, I say? Okay, tunga na intingwa benti da fumil tomorrow la bepin tomorrow di nuzulo ba befaisa Mr. Mafnas ko guahanu Fred Aguno state of Malaysia like ko guahanu the reduction over the land trust na adi tomorrow land trust am right the land for the land lease, you know, comprending Malaysia na no guani adi land for the land lease manmapati tauto lo question no guinai wase pa magono da man apply pus you know una dosa na pargono manai lo guaha tau to sanidzo ni titau tanai, you know, sida lati to comprende lai lo americano stina tau to da megai kevren 3-4 grano ne di eka ko national Jess di ante si legniano guaman maptomagi hippies nai no guam nai na americano pesa man manai dai predict when you research system again in my whole Panangi village, no, could supplement stenek para ufan manay tauto. Lo guanay no fanan lai o guan no set criteria na pun qualify uno finena muna don muna trem na quatro.
Yeah.
Lagi na siya ko lo si Mr. Mavras ko umentalo bueno.
Okay, so just basi na the question the answer si Monte. Monte, actually the caller is asking whether the Chamorro Land Trust has jurisdiction over the land for the landless issue. Yeah?
And the answer to that is no. That program is under the jurisdiction of Department of Land Management.
Okay.
I can understand Mr. Uggan's point of view. The criteria for Chamorro Land Trust is number one, you have to be a native Chamorro, okay? And you must prove that by submitting birth certificates, your parents, and also fill in an application and pay your fees. Now, Chamorros nowadays begin with the letter A, Abat, to Z, Zamora. So we cannot just say that
by virtue of name,
by virtue of intermarriage, you know, the guy may be an American, but the wife is Chamorro, or whatever nationality it may be.
But otherwise, actually, you don't have jurisdiction as Department of Land Management.
That is correct.
But let's go to this question here, Monte. Actually, you have also JR Mateo, JR Towing, and also Global Recycling.
Yes.
Issues there as well. They have buildings on the site?
They do. Yes, they do. And also they have thousands of cars. And what we've done is we've started a dialogue. We met with them, and they recognize that they must pay rent. Now, I told them that what they got to do is hire 2 appraisals for establishing the fair market value.
Now they have, let's get it straight, now they haven't, since they occupied those properties, have not paid rent from the get-go, right?
That's correct.
Wow.
They have no lease and no license.
Now another thing, with the exception, I'm almost positive at this point that the Guam International Country Club is probably the exception, that they're only one that's zoned for a golf course.
That is correct.
But when you're looking at all these other components here and businesses that have been established, looks like the majority of these will have to either get an M1 or M2 zoning. Have the zoning been done?
Negative. That's a very good question. It's clearly a zoning infraction. And that's why I informed both companies that I have to give him a short-term lease if I can accommodate that lease with the approval of the senators.
Actually, it's not just a zoning infraction. It's a total
Total infraction, that is correct.
It's a total recall. in this
Total
thing.
recall. But I did inform them that you have to relocate outside of the northern aquifer to protect the waterlands. Now, I mentioned appraisals. By the way, I forgot to mention that Mr. David Ampinku mentioned
Taidinco.
I can say that. Anyways, Mr. Taidinco offered, when I gave him a notice of cancellation of lease, I told him that you must pay. And to establish fair market value, you must hire 2 appraisers.
Appraisers, yeah.
Okay. To date, as of today, I called up Mr. Mark Gruber from Micronesian Appraisal, and he has not.
Now let me ask you, what did you offer him to pay? Because if you would just look at it, maybe $1.50 square times it was a 3 acre.
That's
3 acres.
It's
about
12,000 square meters. At $1, that's 12,000 a month. Times 12 months is 144,000. Times 3 years is 432,000.
And you made an offer of what?
I made an offer of 200, and he questioned that.
Wow. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
maybe they had appraisal and fair market value. He's going to pay about $1 million.
That's very possible. But what bothers me is, to date, he still has not engaged in services for appraisal and has not made any deposit.
Well,
but he told me that he's ready to vacate he's cleared the area.
But it doesn't remove the fact that they've used the property.
That is
I mean,
correct.
whether you move out tomorrow or
Yes.
you moved out yesterday or
Yeah,
last month,
that's right.
you still owe back rent.
That is
I mean,
correct.
that doesn't remove you because you're going to move out.
I'm only trying to collect what is fair to the people. Just like Mr. Tokis, I told him, yeah, you have an appraisal, but we have to use my opinion of the capitalization rate.
Sure, of course.
Okay, and then after that he goes, well, I need to get an appraisal for lease rent. I said, go ahead, because you're entitled to your opinion. And that's, again, 3.5 months
Well, I
ago.
don't understand. These are big companies, and they know before they established their corporations, they know what they had to do to establish the corporation, and they have headquarters. They know what they had to do to establish their headquarters. This is no different. This is doing business as well. And why is it trying to, that doing business in the Chamorro Land Trust that you can stiff them, and yet when you own business, let's abide by the rules when you're establishing your headquarters and stuff. But we can stiff the Chamorro Land Trust.
That's a very good point. It favors them, but it doesn't favor us.
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
just want to be fair, that's all.
You have a meeting tomorrow?
That's correct.
Okay.
At 1 p.m. at the DPW compound on the 2nd floor.
It's open to the public, right?
Open to the public.
You're going to have a quorum?
Yes, we do have a quorum.
Hey, I wish we had more time. Let's talk more about delinquency, but we're going to have you come back, but maybe especially after your meeting, okay?
Okay.
Monte, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do a good job.
Thank you.